So after Homelander went crazy, he decided to take over the country with the help of many other superheroes, and he even killed the President of the United States. Billy Butcher goes to confront him, but before they could fight, Black Noir shows up out of nowhere. Homelander and Butcher are shocked when Black Noir removes his mask because it turns out that Black Noir is a clone of Homelander. It is revealed that Black Noir was actually created to kill Homelander if he ever went out of control, but Black Noir himself went crazy and he killed Billy Butcher's wife and murdered many people while wearing Homelander's costume. And he blamed everything on Homelander as they looked exactly similar. After he reveals everything, Homelander realizes Black Noir has destroyed his life, so he gets furious and attacks Black Noir. But Black Noir was an exact replica of Homelander, even in terms of Homelander's superpowers. So Black Noir soon manages to overpower and kill Homelander, but during their fight, he also sustained serious injuries. Later, when Butcher finds him, he kills him by cracking open his skull with a crowbar and tearing out his brain. Though Butcher had avenged his wife, this did not heal the pain Butcher felt after losing his wife during his crusade against the Supes, which caused him to break down in tears, and he realized that killing the Supe who raped his wife only made him feel worse, not better. Eventually, after his emotional breakdown, Butcher decided to rid the planet of the Supes entirely, in hopes that no one would ever get hurt by them ever again like he did. He planned to achieve this goal by detonating hundreds of bombs and releasing a cloud of an explosive Compound V strain that can be detonated remotely by tuning the device to a certain frequency. With Vogelbaum's help, this strain was modified to target those with Compound V in their blood, meaning that millions of people would potentially die, and many innocent people will also lose their life. While Butcher was moving forward with his plans, the boys were actually moving on to live their separate lives after the death of Homelander. Huey was living happily with Starlight, Mother's Milk was spending time with his daughter, and Frenchie was also peacefully living with Kimiko. But when Huey gets to know that someone killed their friend Love Sausage and the legend, he starts to investigate. And he soon discovers that many Supes were found dead in many different places. As he continues his investigation, Huey eventually figures out Butcher's plan and informs Mother's Milk and Frenchie about it. They know that stopping Butcher is not going to be easy, but still, they got together and decided to stop Butcher and teach him a lesson. So while Mother's Milk was looking at Butcher's files at their base, he noticed that Butcher has deleted all his stuff and there is nothing left to be found. But then suddenly, Butcher shows up out of nowhere. Mother's Milk was surprised to see him, but Butcher was also shocked to see Mother's Milk because he thought Mother's Milk was with his family. Mother's Milk confronts Butcher and soon they start fighting. It looks like Butcher will easily overpower Mother's Milk, but it turned out that Butcher was wrong and Mother's Milk beat him up very badly. And in the end, Butcher had to cheat by using a grenade. Butcher exploded a grenade near Mother's Milk's face, which nearly killed him. Mother's Milk was barely left alive, and then Butcher ended his life by suffocating him. Then, after some time, Butcher planted explosives where Frenchie and Kimiko lives. Frenchie finds the explosives, but it was too late. Both Frenchie and Kimiko lost their lives in that explosion. After their deaths, Huey was left alone to stop Butcher. Then during their confrontation, both Huey and Butcher tumble off the side of the Empire State Building, falling several stories below. While Huey's leg is impaled on a fence, Butcher breaks his neck and is paralyzed. After realizing that his plan a failure, and after a lengthy conversation with Huey, Butcher goads Huey into killing him by falsely claiming that he murdered Huey's parents. Huey gets very angry after hearing that his innocent parents were killed by Butcher, and he then stabbed Butcher with an iron pipe, and Butcher died with a smile on his face. After killing Butcher, Huey gets a phone call from his parents and they tell Huey that they are perfectly fine. Huey then realizes that Butcher tricked him into killing him so that he doesn't have to live in this world that he hated so much. So yeah, that's all for this video and thanks for watching.